We just bombed Iran. And we're about to witness the most predictable betrayal in modern American politics. Here's the setup. For months, MAGA influencers postured as anti-war. Tucker Carlson called wars pointless. Steve Bannon warned against neocon influence. Charlie Kirk's audience polled 90-10 against helping Israel attack Iran. Tim Pool, Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder all positioned themselves as anti-war right-wingers. This was always performance, and now we'll see the script play out exactly as predicted. I'm about to say some very specific predictions about MAGA media and how they're going to escape accountability when this Iran situation goes sideways. But I need your help in documenting this in real time. Start screenshotting their tweets now. Save their anti-war content before they memory hole it. In the comments, drop links to Tucker Carlson saying he's anti-war, Charlie Kirk opposing Iran strikes, Bannon calling for peace. We're going to need this evidence when they flip. Can you help me build the archive? So let's talk about phase 1. The immediate pivot, which is happening right now. Trump was tricked. The deep state misled him. Bad intelligence from the generals. He's trying to end it quickly. This isn't what he wanted. But here's the truth they won't tell you. Tulsi Gabbard and Trump's own intelligence picks warned him that Iran was not working on nukes. Trump rejected their advice. They bent the knee and stepped back. His cop allies told him this was bad. He made this decision. Nobody tricked him. Nobody forced him. Trump is not a child. He may act like it sometimes, but he's not a child. He's exactly what we said he was: corrupt and incompetent. The right-wing media can't admit this because it exposes them for supporting him. Charlie Kirk will say, "We must trust Trump in this situation. He has intelligence that we don't." Steve Bannon will say, "If the commander-in-chief makes this decision, MAGA will support President Trump." Tucker will say, "Watching Donald Trump, who at his core wants peace, I feel for President Trump. He has to roll with it." They're already saying these exact words. This isn't prediction. This is documentation. What they won't mention is Tulsi Gabbard telling Trump Iran doesn't have nukes. Trump's own intelligence team warning against this. The fact that he rejected their advice and bombed anyway. They will memory hole these inconvenient facts because acknowledging them destroys their entire Trump was misled narrative. And then comes phase 2, the rationalization campaign. Within weeks, the narrative will shift. America first means strong response. We can't look weak to our enemies. Iran started this. Limited strikes aren't really war, right? It's just limited strikes. It's not really war, right? What is war? Let's Jordan Peterson. Let's define what war. What do you mean by war? What exactly do you mean by war? Better to handle it now than later. It's the other thing that they're going to say. Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder will lead this phase, explaining why bombing Iran is actually the anti-war position. Tim Pool will focus on both sides, criticizing the war while defending Trump's impossible position. The goal? Make their audiences forget they ever opposed this. Phase 3, the deflection. When Americans die, here's where it gets truly sinister. My early prediction. So, I made this prediction early in his term. I said Trump's recklessness in mass firing FBI agents and government disruption through DOJ would create security vulnerabilities leading to domestic terrorism. That's already happening. Multiple Americans have been killed in terrorist attacks since Trump took office. Now we're bombing Iran at our weakest moment in decades. When Iranian proxies or allies retaliate, they will, when they retaliate, not if, right? MAGA media will blame everyone except Trump. Biden's open borders let them in. This is what happens when you don't secure the border. Democrats created this vulnerability. Deep state failed to protect America. Tim Pool will say, I warned about border security, but nobody listened. Ben Shapiro will say, this tragic attack could have been prevented with proper immigration enforcement. Steven Crowder will say, blood is on the Democrats' hands for opposing the wall. Fox News and Newsmax will run this narrative 24/7. But the consequences are real. American troops will die. American civilians will be targeted. Our allies will question our reliability. Iran will become more dangerous, not less. And every single MAGA influencer who spent months calling themselves anti-war will escape accountability through memory holding their opposition. They'll pretend they never said it. Redefining success. Limited war is actually peace, right? Blame shifting consequences, right? They'll have attacks on Democrats. It's a Democrat's fault, right? It's Obama's fault. It's Biden's fault. Tribal loyalty. Trust Trump no matter what. Why does this matter? If you guys are enjoying this video, click on the like button and comment below. Let me know your thoughts so far. So this isn't just about foreign policy. This is about a media ecosystem that has completely abandoned accountability to American lives. They know Trump ignored Tulsi's warning. They know his own intelligence people told him Iran wasn't a nuclear threat. They know he rejected their advice and bombed anyway. But they can't admit that because it proves everything critics said about Trump was right. If they acknowledge Trump is corrupt and incompetent, they have to acknowledge they promoted a corrupt, incompetent president. Their credibility, their brands, their audiences, everything collapses. So they'll lie. They'll claim he was tricked. When his own advisors warned him, they'll blame everyone except the man who ignored expert advice and chose war. When your paycheck depends on defending Trump, American deaths become acceptable collateral damage. Think about that. To Tim Pool and Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder, our troops being killed is an acceptable loss to sustain their business and profits and money. How dark does your heart have to be this way? But it's worse than that. They can't tell the truth about Trump being warned because it would expose their own role in promoting him. They have to protect Trump to protect themselves. Tucker Carlson can't admit that Trump ignored Tulsi. It would prove Tucker promoted an incompetent warmonger. Steve Bannon can't admit Trump rejected intelligence. It would destroy Bannon's "Trump is a strategic genius" brand. Charlie Kirk can't admit Trump chose war over advice. It would show Kirk's audience they were lied to for years. Tucker Carlson makes millions by telling audiences what they want to hear. Steve Bannon builds his brand on unwavering Trump loyalty. Charlie Kirk's empire requires never seriously challenging the movement. Their audiences' lives matter less than their revenue streams. The pattern. We've seen this before. COVID, it's just the flu. Then Trump saved millions of lives. January 6th, peaceful protest. Then it's an FBI false flag. Election lies, stop to steal. Then it's move on, focus on the future. Now it's war. America first means peace. Limited strike shows strength. Then terrorism is the Democrats' fault. The influencers get rich, their audiences get lied to, and Americans pay with their lives. Document this moment. Save this video. Screenshot their tweets. Record their shows. When the retaliation comes, and it will, remind people exactly who enabled it. Remind them that Tucker Carlson chose money over American lives. Remind them that Steve Bannon chose Trump over truth. Remind them that Ben Shapiro chose content over consequences. These people will try to rewrite history. Don't let them. Here's the bottom line. MAGA media isn't anti-war, they're anti-accountability. They'll support any war Trump starts, blame any consequences on Democrats, and profit from the chaos they help create. American troops and civilians will pay the price for their tribalism. The least we can do is remember who enabled it. This isn't partisan politics. This is about American lives and the media figures who treat them as expendable for profit and influence.